Okay, big shout out, get it, to Big Fry TV. I watched his video on this, and that's why I'm actually deciding to cover it myself, because this whole thing is completely ridiculous, and I just really want to cover it. So his channel is linked down below in the description. I'm going to use some of the exact same references from his material as well, so definitely go subscribe. All right, Earth 2, the most ambitious digital project in human history, or a giant scam. You tell me. Basically, it's Google Earth, and you just buy land tiles on Google Earth and then sell those land tiles to other people for more than you paid for them. That's it. That's the whole premise. Now, the developers say that there are resources coming soon and that this will become like some sort of multiverse digital planet type project where every single virtual reality or technological advance gets seamlessly integrated into one singular experience on their Earth 2 globe or something like that, but let's look at what the project actually is, not what everyone is pretending it will become. Let's start with their website. Quote, "This is Earth 2, a futuristic concept for a second Earth, a multiverse between virtual and physical reality in which real-world geolocations on a sectioned map correspond to user-generated digital virtual environments. These environments can be owned, bought, sold, and in the near future, deeply customized. A virtual one-to-one scale version of Earth is inevitable, and Earth 2 is the beginning of this exciting future. Phase 1 is now live and represents the central global body that aims to determine ownership of digital assets and property inside this futuristic virtual metaverse of Earth. Built on top of Mapbox technology, okay, so Google Earth, we've created a geographically linked digital grid layer that spans across the entire planet, allowing people to claim ownership of virtual land in the form of tiles. It is our vision that virtual land will increase in value over time based on demand, location, and earning potential, much the same way that physical land does, so be sure to claim your own land in key locations around the world early on." End quote. Sounds great, right? Wrong. Let's dig deeper. Here's the official buying interface. It's actually pretty simple and very easy. Open the map and start selecting property squares around the globe. These squares have some sort of algorithmically or artificially possibly determined value, but more on that later. And when you have something that you want, you can buy it with Visa credit card. At one point, you could actually use PayPal as well, though I don't see that option myself. And most importantly, you can enter a referral code. That part is, from everything that I've witnessed thus far, very smooth. I'm not putting money into this scam. I'm just not going to do it ever. But there are plenty of people showcasing that you can very easily and very efficiently add money to the platform, put it in your platform-based wallet, and then purchase tiles in a variety of regions, adding them to your portfolio. So far, so good. Keep in mind that there is a lot of land that has already been purchased. There are plots all over the place valued at tens of thousands of dollars, even more, hundreds of thousands, I think, in some cases. And there's actually a great deal of interest in this project. Why are people so interested? Well, you can make money, of course, because once you have land, other people will want that land. They want your land. Once you have land, there will be resources in the future, and that land will increase in value. Once you have land or squares on Google Maps, you can sell those squares of Google Maps to someone else for $1 billion. Obviously, this is a great project, right? Everyone wants to make money, and that's when we start to realize that this whole thing probably is a scam. The first red flag goes up when you realize what they require to withdraw your funds. They don't have a PayPal integration, they don't even have a crypto function, but what they do have is a system to hook right into your bank account and require name, current address, account name, email address, exact bank account name, account number, phone number, and the amount that you want to withdraw. That's absurd. Companies don't need that. There is no actual reason for a company to ever have that kind of requirement list for a cash withdrawal, unless it's a bank transfer, like literally a wire transfer, which they're apparently doing, a wire transfer from the bank of the company to every single individual person all around the world that wants to have a withdrawal. Like, this sounds like one person in a basement is running this and just totally out of their depth or blatantly trying to scam everyone. But yeah, this random small Google Maps land market certainly doesn't need to know those things either, okay? Let's just establish that for a fact right now, but that's just the start. If you start to explore the influencer side of things, remember that referral code I talked about just a second ago? Yeah, that's gonna come back around. You will find people like this. This guy right here is doing a guide on YouTube for how to withdraw your money because people obviously can't. A lot of people can't. But when he reads off this insane list of requirements, well, just take a listen. I know it's long, but this is important.
Now, what you guys have been waiting for, how do you actually extract this money? How do you withdraw it from your account? Come up here to your account, go down to settings. It's going to tell you your net worth, your property increase, how much land you own. Now scroll down to withdraw funds, okay? Now once you go on this, it's going to give you a huge paragraph for you to read. To wrap everything up that it's saying, essentially Earth 2 right now, since it blew up so quickly, they don't have a easy standard payout system in play right now. What that means is they're doing bank-to-bank transfers. It's almost like a wire transfer. They're sending it directly from the Earth 2 bank to your bank. In order to do that, they're going to need a lot of personal information. That includes your full legal name, your current address, account name, email address, exact bank account name, account number, phone number, and lastly, how much that you want to receive. Keep in mind that they're only sending United States dollar at the moment, so make sure that your bank can receive that. And they also ask for $50 increments that you do it in. So how do I do that now, right? It doesn't give you an option, it just says yes down here. How do you actually go ahead and withdraw these funds? Well, they have an email address, credits@earth2.io. So what you're going to want to do is copy this email address. Now go to your email and go ahead and you can put that email right in there. When you go in for the subject, just put credit request, nothing special, just credit request up there. So now what I like to do, I come back to this page and I copy this and I paste it into here. And now what you're going to do is just make separate lines for each of these. So full legal name, current address, account name, email address. And make sure that the email address matches your account email address. That's very crucial. Then your exact bank account name. All right, so once you do that for all of them, it should look something like this. So literally just go ahead, input all of your different details into there. And the most important thing that they don't put in here is the routing number. Most of the time, they're going to ask you for the routing number. A few influencers that are friends of mine have went ahead and tried to do a request and they didn't put a routing number. And then what happened is Earth2 asked, they sent an email and said, hey, can you send over the routing number? I can't send over the money until you do. And they were kind of sketched out at first. But in order to do a wire transfer or any transfer bank to bank in that sense, you need the routing number. So include it in here. And if you guys are kind of skeptical, you're still like, yo, Matt, this is a scam. Here's a little clarification of a very credible Earth2 YouTuber who was able to withdraw funds. Me personally, I haven't done it yet just because I'm collecting my balance at the moment. But his name is Flex. You guys have probably heard of him. Keo, if you're watching this video, love your channel, bro. But what he did was withdraw funds from Earth2. I think it was only like 300, 400 bucks. It wasn't that much, but still, he was able to get the money out. So he made a video cashing out. He made a video just sending in the request, just like we're doing here. And then about a week later, yeah, it was exactly a week later, he got paid. So the payout time, it looks like, is about a week long.
He does this entire video to say, here's how you withdraw your money, because no one can actually figure out how to withdraw their money. He even puts in that their official guidance on how to withdraw doesn't tell you that you need the routing number, in addition to all this other private information. And then, literally, I haven't done it myself. I have not done it myself, but this other guy did, and he managed to withdraw like $300, so it's not a scam. Rejoice. Well, I checked it out, and that reputable YouTuber has 800 subs and managed to get $300 from Earth2. And that is the example that influencers are pointing to as proof that the company is reputable, when all across the internet are thousands, probably tens of thousands of people who are saying, hey, I can't actually get any money out. What's going on here? This YouTuber, tiny YouTuber, who is somehow used as an extremely credible source in a video defending the project where the creator doesn't even try to make a withdrawal himself, has an account balance of like $40,000 or $50,000 in land value, and basically outlines that he now plays their game for free because his initial investment got paid out after like a full week of waiting. Apparently 7 days waiting for confirmation that your couple $100 could be withdrawn through this insane method, when you are one of the only people who have been able to do that on planet Earth, is not that bad, according to him. So basically, influencers citing other smaller influencers in a chain of, it's real because that one guy got some money once after they buy and sell plots of digital land on Google Earth. Okay, yes, genius, but let's dig deeper on the influencer side. It turns out that practically every single video about Earth2, I'm serious about this, every single one, has the creator pushing a referral code. You can check this yourself. Find any positive video about the project and check the description. There it is, 5% off, use my referral code. Now, this by itself isn't necessarily all that bad, but when the sum total of all your positive press is pushing a financial incentive code for themselves, well, what's really going on here? Going even further though, let's read their terms of service, because this is what should really put the project down. Under warnings, we can read the following, quote, and this is a real quote from terms of service that people are putting tens of thousands of dollars into the platform for. This is insane. Quote, you must ensure that your access to this website is not illegal or prohibited by laws which apply to you. Except as expressly set out in these website terms, we do not warrant the accuracy, adequacy, or completeness of the information on this website, nor do we undertake to keep this website updated. Except as expressly set out in these website terms or to the extent required by non-excludable law, we do not accept responsibility for loss suffered as a result of reliance by you on the accuracy or currency of information contained on this website. End quote. That right there is effectively saying, not even effectively, it is flat out saying, we do not have to keep the market data accurate. We do not need to maintain the website at all. We do not need to keep any of this operational in the slightest. If you lose money because the numbers are wrong, the economy is wrong, the mechanics are wrong, who cares? Sucks to suck. They can effectively pack this whole thing up at any time, shut the site down completely, and walk away. That is what their terms of service contains. Let's review here. Easy to put money in, exceedingly difficult to get money out, if even possible at all. You need to give them a huge amount of personal information to even give it a try. And the example of someone being successful at this is a tiny YouTuber who is financially incentivized to back the project. Even further, practically everyone who has anything nice to say about this project entirely is operating under the referral code system, while thousands of people are stuck, unable to get their money. Added bonus here, and they have no obligation whatsoever to maintain or even moderate the accuracy of their marketplace or keep the site online at all. But let's back up a step here. Money goes in really easy, comes out hard, but what happens before you could even think about withdrawing? You have to sell the property that you bought, because once you have it, yeah, they can say that the value is skyrocketing and it's worth $90 million now, but you have to sell it before you can withdraw anything. This is where it really falls apart. You need to sell the property to another person, and there is no assurance, they even dodge this explicitly in the terms of service, that the market metrics are accurate. You could be selling the land for $100 while the buyer pays $1,000 and they pocket $900 differences, and you'd have no idea. What's even worse is that the market to sell this digital land is completely oversaturated with sell orders that really aren't getting filled at all. People are piling in and buying the fresh land plots, for the most part, which somehow, again, they dodge the requirement that any of their information be consistent, accurate, or maintained, is listed at various different prices. And then the value is increasing, which makes them think that they're rich. But when they try to sell it, very few of these orders are ever matched, filled, or processed. Some are. Enough are that people will say, oh, it happened for me. It's real. It's not a scam. Most of them aren't. The entire marketplace is practically overrun with sell orders that just advertise their referral code even, and the simplistic organization will filter from a net 66% markup over new property to a percentage in the millions. This is a little slice of Google Earth, apparently, and people are trying to sell it back and forth for tens of thousands of dollars with a cash entry mechanism that is very easy and a cash exit mechanism that is invasive, barely functional if at all, and extremely slow. All the while, influencers promote their referral codes and profit off of the ever-increasing user base, with some of the money that the fresh meat puts in. That's what they benefit from. What the hell does that sound like? Earth 2 is a centrally managed asset sale project where money goes in and doesn't really come out. They specifically dodge any responsibility to maintain their information accuracy or even keep functioning. And all of their promotional content is hooked directly into a Ponzi scheme style profiteering system. It's hard to get any more definitive than that, but let's give it a try. Slow and difficult withdrawals points to a liquidity problem. A liquidity problem can arise when you don't have enough new investors to pay for the withdrawals of the old investors. And what would that be? If we realize that there are significant indications of a liquidity problem for Earth 2, there is only one logical conclusion. The founder of Earth 2, seemingly a random nobody with a failed or at least minimally popular social media company called XYZ in the past. This was started out of nowhere and does not have a team backing it that can expand into the most ambitious virtual reality project in human history. Meanwhile, influencer marketing, driven by a referral system, spirals out of control as people watch their balances, not their actual money, their balances, the information that they're not required to make accurate or maintain, and they don't have any system of telling you why it says that. Their balances soar to tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the culmination of all of it is basically, I think, BitConnect 2.0. Earth 2 is the biggest, literally, scam I have ever seen. It's painfully obvious that this entire thing is off the rails, and if it should manage to somehow improve in the future, great, awesome for you. Oh, I'm so happy. But dear Lord, do not put money into this. Do not fall for it because some influencer said, hey, this is so great. Check out our thing and buy land next to me, and also use my code to get 5%. Steer clear. That's it. If you want support, use my referral code. I'm kidding. Links down below, watch on Odyssey, support on locals, buy the merch, watch a fellow YouTuber, engage with my toxicity on social media. All the links are there. Have a nice night.